All right, guys, Anthony here, Super Service. Got Eric's truck here. It is stalling out when it runs a while. We're gonna check fuel pressure on this thing. Let's take a look at it here. Oh, got a light bar in here. Let's take a look under the hood. The same thing that's on the truck in the bay right now. Wrong oil filter. It's deleted. It's good. Batteries were supposed to be a little low, so we'll see what happens with, see if we have enough power to start it. Bottle looks like crap. Looks like it could use some coolant maintenance. Let's see what we see here. Okay, so it's an 05. Okay, so we got cylinder 1 and 2 contribution balance. Might be a bubble test issue, we'll see. So let's scroll through here and take a look. .82 EBP volts, sounds a little low. 71 degrees, oil and coolant's completely matched up, that's good. It is showing a little low, showing 13 pounds EBP. Not sure what barometric pressure is out here right now. 0.24 ICP volts, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go for it. Oh, come on. Wonderful. Hot broken mess is running, got a transmission in it. It's a big injector truck. High horsepower, dual fueler on it. It's running.
Getting a nice cool down lube. Get those pads seated in.
Get them all. I mean, it's been sitting for a long time. This is obviously needs a set of rear calipers. When you let a truck sit this long, you're pretty much hosed. You're gonna have to put some calipers on it. It's a pretty good punch list when you let it sit for 10 years. You got a lot of crap to touch.
Good.
In the meantime, let's jump start this one with hot broken mess. Come on. All right, we'll hook it up and let's do a quick jump start here. Okay, let's try this again. That'll probably fire right up. Oh, she's not even hooked up. Just looking around here. Oh, it's twisted freaking wire. There we go. Here we go. Fickum power 45, so it needs a Fickum. Power supply. Power supply. Yep, still at 45. So I deem that as not good. IPR's at 29%. We'll go drive it. We thought we might have a fuel pressure issue, but not getting a 0611 for the Fickum is kind of suspect. It might actually be something other than that. Let's look at the injectors. Not too bad. Pretty close numbers. I mean, it's really not running that bad right now. A little bit of a belt squeak. A lot of dirtiness. Okay. Let's watch the Fickum right there in acceleration. Oh my God, it's just funky. right, I don't think Fickum's causing that. I don't think it's causing. It's supposed to stall out like it's running out of fuel. Right now, we're probably going to put a fuel pressure tester on it. It just busted the tires loose. Transmission got some weird tuning in it. Weird tuning. Shifts. Crazy. Not real happy now. Let's go check it. Damn! Two, look at the rest of them, they're way down. Oh boy, she about to die. 42 on 2, 23 on 5. There has to be something else causing this. This thing fired up pretty freaking good, so let's get back to the shop and get a fuel pressure test ran on this thing, see if we're even getting fuel, because right here. Oh, it's unhappy. I mean, if fuel pressure checks out, we might just be looking at injectors. It is not happy. 1 and 2 are horrible. So at least it's pushing 13.9 on battery volts. Oh, it's not very happy right now. Yeah, let's shut it off and I want to clean it up a little bit. Right now, I think I actually want to start with a bubble test. Let's rule that out first because it's running pretty damn bad. Let me look at, okay, so if that's the case, we should have 6 and 8. 2 is 39, 34, 27, 26, and 28. That is not far-fetched that we do have an injector install issue. I want to check that first before we get too carried away. We'll do a bubble test, and then we'll do a fuel pressure test, but bubble test first. And we probably need to change the filters too. I don't know how long it's been since they've changed the filters. Actually, we're going to start with the basics and let's put a set of filters in it. Let's do that right now. Wow. Let's get a run at it. It is not running good at all. I want to go weigh it, yeah. All right, let's do a little punch list on here, see what we can find. Get down there and pull this out, get this filter out, and at least start there, make sure that we got fuel going to it, because I think they said they couldn't get the filter off. So this is one of them where I don't even think they know that this lower filter is even down here.
Great, all right.
Guys, when you do your fuel filters, thread them in all the way. Wouldn't that be a drag if this actually has been sucking air because the filter's not in all the way and it screwed those injectors up from running air through it? Yeah, that could be a possibility. Make sure that that flange right there is touching that flange on the other side. Make sure that that gap is not there. We don't want that. Give it with me, let's see how dirty it is. No, that's not too bad. Okay, so I thought it might have been, but that filter is not that bad.
So, keeping, replacing, what are we doing?
I don't know. You got a filter?
Mm-hmm.
Set? Yeah, let's do it. Let's replace them. I mean, we'll go ahead and put this lower filter in. I wanted to check it to make sure it wasn't getting starved for fuel. Because, I mean, that's the first place we start, especially when it was said they couldn't get a filter out or something. So let's start there. That was not it, though. That's not the issue. That lower filter was good, but what can you do? I mean, I don't know. Okay, I changed my mind. We are actually going to put that filter back in because it was pretty freaking clean, and all we have here are motorcraft filters. A little bit of dirt in there. That's the drain hole. That's the fuel water separator drain. I didn't wash this down here, but I just don't think that it's I don't think that fuel filter's it. I don't, because them filters like $60 freaking for a set of fuel filters. Let's not just willy-nilly change it. I'll check fuel pressure. But first, actually check bubble test and then fuel pressure is what we're gonna do. Okay, so when you do that, make sure you seat the filter all the way on like that. It's gotta be all the way on. Okay, shut it off. Battery's bubbling, it's charged. Let's see how dry this is, because failed bubble test should have it dry. Okay. All right, so let's hit the key. There we go. She's gonna go hit the key and fill it up. Make sure it's in park. It's gonna be a minute too, because we just emptied that filter. Go ahead. I know, keep going, it's fine. Okay, off. Let it sit for a second. It is bleeding right back down through there. Wow, it like sucked it down. Go ahead, do it again. Wow. Off and on. Huh. Imagine a fuel pressure test probably be warranted. It's not even filling up the bowl. Yeah. Off. I wonder if we're looking at a pickup tube issue. How much fuel's in it? Yeah, let's turn the key on to again. So don't bring your truck to the freaking shop with an issue running bad out of fuel. Put some damn fuel in the truck. So it's right above a quarter of a tank, which is not far-fetched. Little truck like this, it's a farm truck. Got a little mud on it. It's been bouncing around like a son of a gun. It's not far-fetched that the pickup, the foot on the fuel tank is broken. So we could be running into this issue when the fuel level gets down so low, then it physically can't pick up fuel. So, I mean, at this point right now, I'm not even getting any fuel up there. So we could go to change the fuel pump or put some freaking fuel in the damn thing. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, so the fuel pump keeps sucking it down and something's up, either pickup tube or fuel pump, but let's do a quick bubble test, everything out of the way. Here we go. Serious, or is it hydro locked? How is it that dead that fast? What a drag. Yeah, that sounded like it's trying to freaking hydro lock. Oh yeah, maybe there's not even enough power to run the pump.
That battery was bubbling, so.
Guess we put a load test on it real quick. Give it a little bit. I just had to fill that up manually. I just poured it out of the fuel can into there, and it held it, which makes me think there's something going on with the fuel pump. It could be starving it though. It could be the pickup, because if the return isn't catching any fuel, or if the feed line isn't catching any fuel, then it'll suck it all out of the return, and that's why it sucks this down real fast when the pump's running. At the very end, it'll actually just empty the bowl and it sucks it out. I think that's because we got a supply issue, I think. Let's see if we got, let's see, here we go. No bubbles so far, so that's nice. See if we got any more power. That's pretty promising right there. I'd much rather have a fuel pump issue than an injector install issue. So now we're down to the fuel pump or the pickup tube, the pickup foot in the tank. Boy, I'd rather do a fuel pump than a pickup tube, especially when it's all nasty underneath. Fuel tank's just a dirty freaking job to get down. What a drag, dang it, all right.
All right, so we switched out fuel pump.
It's a pickup tube issue.
And now it's got in between 1/4 and 1/2 a tank of fuel.
So we take the feed line off, and I put a brake bleeder on it, and I try to suck fuel through it, and it needs to be a steady stream of fuel, and it is not. So that's a freaking bummer. Yeah, that's a drag. See, and it held a vacuum. Watch, I can put it on there. Here, let's pull the trigger. Lock this thing on. Lock that on. And set this on here. Set the end in. Push it in there pretty good. And it should be doing you can see it jumping. Because it's not pulling. Now I kick it off and watch. Still had a little bit of pressure in it. There's some fuel down in there. Yeah, I don't know that I want to condemn that other fuel pump. I think we need more fuel. We need more fuel in it or something. We must, because it's not getting any fuel. So right now we want to listen down into the fuel tank while I'm pulling a vacuum on the line, and we want to listen for it to gurgle out of the filler neck. I got a long rubber hose that you stick down and you can listen at the end of the hose, and we should hear it if it's gurgling. We should hear we should hear this sucking air out of the fuel tank. And that will tell us that we got an issue with that line going actually into the fuel on the bottom of the tank. Okay, so I blew through there. Damn, I didn't even show you. Used a brake bleeder, sucked through it. I blew through, got some bubbles coming through there, but it's still sucking air from the feed line, the blue one. So this turned into I put the old fuel pump back in, turned into a tank down issue. Could be caps from fuel treatment. Seen that before, where if you go to pour fuel treatment in and the little cap piece is somehow stuck on there and it gets thrown down in the tank, and then the pickup foot will pick that piece of plastic and it'll clog it. But who knows, because we put 10 gallons in it, I think, and it should not be above there unless there's a crack in the actual sending unit. Unless there's a crack in there, you know. So that's where we're at. Take this to the south shop and drop the fuel tank out of it and do an inspection on there. But right now, until we have fuel coming out of this blue line right here, a steady stream of fuel under vacuum, then we don't go any further than here. So it's from here to the tank is the problem. So that's where we're at. So we got enough to fire it back up. It's still sucking massive amounts of air from the tank. So we did our diag on it. Now it's going to the south shop. We're gonna have, that way we can put it on the lift over there, way over there, and take this freaking fuel tank out, figure out what's going on with the pickup tube. Okay, so we needed to pick up a foot, and we didn't have one new. So we go out and, harvest. So we got the tank back in, put a used foot on it, and let's see what happens. Let's see if it changes things. Okay, I just went on diag drive. It sounds a lot better. Yeah, I would call that a verified repair. I've already driven it down the road once. If the diag drive this morning, it would have already been missing. Not too bad. the shifting is funny. See how it just jumps, and this tuning on this transmission is going to take this transmission out. There's no way it's going to survive shifting like that, banging into gear and bouncing off. But it appears as though the fuel system's happy, injectors are happy again, and you can actually drive the truck now. So that's nice. There we go. Oh, that was normal shifts. That one shifted okay. It's running good too. Very nice. So I dropped fuel tank, did a quick dive this morning, and went ahead and get this truck back out. Oh, I'm dirty as hell. Freaking dirty ass fuel tank. Got my face off. Got my freaking face all dirty working on this damn thing. At least we got it fixed. Done deal. Have a good day, guys.